When it comes to buying a car, we all want to feel like we're making a smart investment. But here's the catch. Dealerships are masters of manipulation. From hidden fees to confusing loan terms, they have strategies designed to drain your wallet. And if you don't know how to negotiate, you could fall right into their trap. So how do you stay one step ahead? How do you avoid overpriced add-ons, inflated payments, and deceptive trade-in offers? Stick around, because in this video, I'm breaking down the exact strategies you need to save thousands on your next car deal. Remote negotiation. In 2025, negotiating remotely is how smart buyers are saving thousands. Dealerships know they have the upper hand when you're physically on their turf, but when you're negotiating from the comfort of your own space, the rules change. You're in control. Imagine this. You walk into a dealership excited to get your dream car. The salesperson greets you with a smile and keeps things light and friendly. You're offered a coffee. Sounds nice, right? But here's the catch. Everything happening is a carefully designed tactic to make you feel comfortable and lower your guard. By the time you finally get to the price negotiation, you are more likely to agree to terms that benefit the dealership. This is exactly why remote negotiation is a game changer. When you stay off the dealership floor, you're cutting out distractions and pressure tactics. No unnecessary conversations about monthly payments or test drives to sway your emotions. You can focus entirely on securing the best possible price without any distractions. So, how do you pull this off? First, you start by reaching out to multiple dealerships. The goal is to request what's called the out-the-door price. This number is crucial because it includes everything: vehicle price, taxes, fees, and any other costs the dealership might sneak in. You want the final figure you'll pay with no surprises. Now, here's the part where dealerships might test your resolve. Some might tell you, "We can't give you a price until you visit in person." That's a classic red flag. Dealerships that refuse to share numbers remotely are usually trying to get you into their showroom to use pressure tactics. Pro tip: if a dealership won't provide a quote, you're better off moving on to someone else who will. Once you start getting offers, your next move is simple: comparison and leverage. At this point, you'll quickly see which dealerships are adding unnecessary fees or markups. Look out for charges like protection packages, security etching, or nitrogen tire fills. These extras can add hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars to the price, and most of them are either optional or outright unnecessary. If a dealership adds these fees, don't just accept them. Politely but firmly push back and ask for them to be removed. Trust me, dealerships hate losing a deal over add-ons, so they'll often budge to keep you in the game. If one dealership gives you a competitive price without the extra fluff, use that as leverage to see if others will match or beat the offer. But we are just getting started. You might think getting quotes is all it takes, but dealerships have one more ace up their sleeve: hidden fees and add-ons buried within that out-the-door price. Let's talk about how to make sure you're seeing the real bottom line. Next, understanding the out-the-door price. Dealerships are notorious for sneaking in hidden fees and extras that quietly inflate the final price. This is why you need to focus on one critical number: the out-the-door price. This number reflects the total amount you'll pay to drive the car off the lot, including everything from taxes to dealership fees. When negotiating, this is the only number that truly matters because it eliminates any chance of hidden surprises down the line. They know that many buyers get distracted by low monthly payment offers or attractive base prices. However, these numbers are often manipulated through extended payment terms, high interest rates, or add-on fees. By focusing entirely on the out-the-door price, you protect yourself from these tactics. It includes the selling price of the car, sales tax, registration fees, documentation fees, and any additional charges. If a dealership refuses to provide this number or tries to divert your attention to monthly payments, that's a major red flag. What you'll often find is that dealers add non-essential fees and packages to pad their profit margins. For example, many dealers include a documentation or processing fee, which can be as high as $1,000, despite it being nothing more than a glorified paperwork charge. Another common trick is the anti-theft package, which involves etching your car's VIN number onto the glass. While presented as crucial for your vehicle's security, this service is often unnecessary and overpriced. Similarly, you might encounter fees for nitrogen tire fills or protection plans for paint and fabric. These extras might sound beneficial, but in most cases they offer little value for the price you're being asked to pay. However, it's important to understand which fees are mandatory and non-negotiable. Sales tax, for instance, is determined by your local tax rate and must be included in the price. Similarly, registration fees and title fees are legally required to transfer ownership of the vehicle. Another unavoidable fee is the destination charge, which covers the cost of transporting the car from the manufacturer to the dealership. This fee is standard on all new cars and cannot be waived. Knowing the difference between these necessary fees and unnecessary add-ons gives you the power to negotiate effectively. Once you have quotes from multiple dealerships, it's time to compare them side by side. Pay close attention to how each dealer structures their pricing. Let's say one dealership quotes you an out-the-door price of $62,000, while another offers $59,000. On the surface, the second option seems better, but don't assume it automatically is. The price difference may come from add-ons like a $3,000 protection plan or inflated documentation fees. By breaking down each line item, you can identify where these extra costs are being added and negotiate accordingly. However, there's still more to the negotiation process. Now let's discuss on how financing terms can dramatically affect the overall cost of your car and how to avoid costly mistakes. The dealer invoice strategy. Now that you understand how to focus on the out-the-door price, it's time to unlock another powerful tool that can give you an edge in negotiations: the dealer invoice price. This is the amount the dealership pays the manufacturer for the vehicle before any profit is added. Knowing this number gives you a huge advantage because it helps you understand just how much room the dealership has to negotiate. With this information, you can set a realistic target price and ensure you're not overpaying. Many buyers assume the manufacturer's suggested retail price is a non-negotiable figure, but dealerships typically have a buffer built into that price. The dealer invoice price is usually about 5 to 10% lower than the MSRP, which means the dealership has several $1,000s of potential profit. For example, if a car has an MSRP of $40,000, the dealer invoice might be around $36,000 to $38,000. That leaves you with $2,000 to $4,000 of room to negotiate. You might be wondering, how can I find the dealer invoice price? Fortunately, there are resources available to help you get this information. Some websites offer detailed reports on dealer costs, including invoice prices and any incentives or rebates that the manufacturer provides to the dealership. These incentives, sometimes referred to as holdbacks or dealer cash, allow dealers to earn additional money on each sale even if they sell the car at or near the invoice price. In other words, even if you negotiate close to the invoice, the dealership can still turn a profit. But while aiming for a price near the invoice is smart, it's important to be realistic. Dealerships still need to make some profit to stay in business. A reasonable goal is to negotiate for a price that is $1,000 or $2,000 above the invoice. This way, both you and the dealership can reach a fair deal. Keep in mind that during promotions or clearance events, some dealerships may even be willing to sell below invoice to hit sales targets and earn bonuses from the manufacturer. Let's break this down with an example. Imagine you're negotiating for a 2025 Honda Pilot. You find that the MSRP is $45,000 and the invoice price is around $42,500. If the dealership offers you a quote of $47,000 out the door, you know there's room to push back. By mentioning that you're aware of the invoice price and asking for a revised offer, you demonstrate that you won't accept inflated costs. In this scenario, a final price of $43,000 to $44,000 would likely be a fair outcome. This strategy also helps you avoid getting distracted by monthly payments. Dealerships love to focus on how much you'll pay per month, but this tactic often hides the true cost of the vehicle. By negotiating based on the invoice price and out-the-door total, you stay grounded in the actual numbers that matter. Once the price is locked in, you can discuss financing options without worrying about hidden fees or inflated costs. It's worth noting that not all cars have the same level of flexibility in pricing. High-demand models or newly released vehicles may have limited room for negotiation, especially if there are waiting lists or inventory shortages. However, for vehicles that are widely available or nearing the end of their model year, dealerships are often eager to move inventory and may offer deeper discounts. Timing your purchase strategically can make a big difference in how much leverage you have. But price isn't the only factor to consider. Financing terms can have an equally big impact on your overall cost. Mastering financing and loan terms. You've negotiated the price of the car, but there's another critical factor that can drastically affect how much you pay in the long run: Financing. A great price can quickly become a bad deal if you don't secure favorable loan terms. Dealerships know this, and they often use financing as a way to boost their profits after agreeing to a competitive price. That's why you need to understand how to navigate the financing process to protect your wallet. The key to mastering financing is simple. Always negotiate the price of the car first. Dealers often try to shift your focus to monthly payments early in the process, but this is a trap. They might offer a seemingly low monthly payment by stretching the loan term over 6, 7, or even 8 years. What they won't tell you is that this tactic can cost you thousands of extra dollars in interest. When you secure the lowest possible price for the car before discussing financing, you'll also lock in a lower payment amount without falling victim to long-term debt. Once the price is settled, it's time to talk about financing options. In many cases, the best rates are offered directly through the manufacturer's financing program. Car manufacturers often provide promotional interest rates, sometimes as low as 0%, for specific models they are trying to move. These offers are typically hard to beat, even when compared to loans from banks or credit unions. However, it's still a good idea to shop around and compare rates to ensure you're getting the best deal. If you decide to go with the dealer's financing, be cautious. Some dealerships may try to mark up the interest rate you qualify for, pocketing the difference as additional profit. For example, if the bank approves you for a 4% interest rate, the dealership might offer you a loan at 5 or 6%. This is why it's essential to know your credit score and pre-qualify for financing before stepping into the negotiation. When you already have a loan offer in hand, you can use it to push the dealership to match or beat the terms. Another key factor to consider is the loan term length. While longer terms can reduce your monthly payment, they also increase the total amount of interest you'll pay over time. For most buyers, a loan term of 48 to 60 months strikes a good balance between manageable payments and minimal interest. Anything longer than that could lead to negative equity, meaning you'll owe more on the car than it's worth as it depreciates. Negative equity can be a serious problem if you decide to sell or trade the car before the loan is paid off. While discussing financing, dealerships may offer additional services like gap insurance or extended warranties. Gap insurance covers the difference between what you owe on the loan and the car's value if it's totaled in an accident. This can be a worthwhile investment if you put down a small payment and are worried about negative equity. However, you don't need to buy gap insurance or extended warranties from the dealership. Often these products are marked up significantly, and you can find better deals through third-party providers. By securing a low interest rate, keeping the loan term reasonable, and making a solid down payment, you'll position yourself for long-term savings. Financing doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming if you stay focused on the fundamentals. Once you've got the price and financing locked in, you're almost there. But before you drive off the lot, there's still one more piece of the puzzle: your trade-in value. Let's talk about how to maximize your trade-in and save even more money next. Getting the best value for your trade-in. Many buyers lose money at this stage because they don't know how to negotiate their trade-in value effectively. But with the right strategy, you can maximize your trade-in offer and save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. First, understand that dealerships want to control both sides of the deal, the car you're buying and the one you're trading in. They may offer you a great price on the new car, but try to make up for it by lowballing your trade-in value. That's why it's crucial to negotiate your trade-in separately from the rest of the deal. Treat the two transactions as independent. Focus on getting the best price for the new car first. Once that's finalized, shift your attention to the trade-in. To get the best trade-in value, you need to know what your car is worth before you ever step into a dealership. Start by using online tools like Kelley Blue Book, Edmunds, or Auto Trader's Instant Cash Offer service. These platforms allow you to enter details about your vehicle, make, model, year, mileage, and condition, and receive an estimated trade-in value. Some services even provide real offers from dealers willing to buy your car. Use these offers as leverage when negotiating with the dealership. If a dealership offers significantly less than your online estimates, you can challenge them by saying, "Another dealer has already offered me X amount for my car. Can you match or beat that?" It's also important to present your car in the best possible condition. Clean your vehicle thoroughly inside and out before visiting the dealership. Small cosmetic fixes, such as touching up scratches or replacing worn floor mats, can make a big difference in how much the dealer is willing to offer. The better your car car looks, the more value it will hold in the dealer's eyes. Another factor that can affect your trade-in offer is timing. Dealerships may be more motivated to offer competitive trade-in values at certain times, such as the end of the month, quarter, or year when they're trying to hit sales targets. Additionally, if your car is a popular model with strong resale value, you may have more negotiating power. On the other hand, if your vehicle is less desirable or in poor condition, expect the dealer to be less flexible. One major benefit of trading in your vehicle is the potential sales tax savings. In many states, you only pay sales tax on the difference between the price of the new car and the value of your trade-in. For example, if your new car costs $50,000 and your trade-in is worth $15,000, you'll only pay tax on the remaining $35,000. This can result in significant savings, especially in areas with high sales tax rates. While negotiating your trade-in, watch out for common dealer tactics. Some dealerships might try to confuse the process by combining the trade-in value with the overall deal, making it harder to tell if you're getting a fair offer. Always ask for a clear, itemized breakdown of the trade-in amount separate from the purchase price. If the numbers don't add up or you feel pressured, don't hesitate to walk away. You can always sell your car to another dealer or through a private sale. Once you've secured a strong trade-in value, you're almost at the finish line. With your new car price, financing terms, and trade-in all set, there's one final thing to consider: those pesky dealer add-ons. Next, we'll explore how to handle optional products and avoid unnecessary expenses before signing the deal. Evaluating dealer add-ons and products. You've negotiated the price of the car, locked in your financing, and secured a solid trade-in value. Now comes the final hurdle: dealer add-ons and optional products. This is where dealerships often try to boost their profits by offering extras like extended warranties, protection packages, and other services. While some of these products can be valuable, others are overpriced or completely unnecessary. The key is knowing which ones are worth it and how to handle the pressure tactics dealers might use to sell them. Dealers love pushing these because they come with high profit margins. An extended warranty is designed to cover major repairs after your factory warranty expires, but the price dealerships charge can be significantly higher than what you'd pay from a third-party provider. If you're considering an extended warranty, do your research before visiting the dealership. Compare quotes from independent companies and check reviews to ensure the coverage is worth the cost. You might find that you can save hundreds or even thousands of dollars by purchasing it separately. Another frequently offered add-on is the protection package. This might include services like paint sealant, undercoating, or fabric protection. Dealers often present these packages as essential for keeping your car in top condition, but in reality, many of these services provide minimal benefit. For example, modern cars already come with high-quality paint protection from the factory, so paying extra for a dealer-applied sealant is often unnecessary. If you want to protect your vehicle's interior or exterior, you can usually find affordable DIY solutions or independent services that cost far less than what the dealership charges. Then there are anti-theft products such as VIN etching or electronic security systems. VIN etching involves placing your car's vehicle identification number on the windows to deter theft, and while this might sound useful, it's rarely necessary. Many insurance companies don't offer significant discounts for VIN etching, making it a poor investment for most buyers. Similarly, advanced security systems might already be built into your car, especially if you're buying a high-tech model. Always check what comes standard with your vehicle before agreeing to any additional security features. Dealerships may also offer gap insurance as part of the financing process. Gap insurance covers the difference between what you owe on your loan and the car's actual value if it's totaled in an accident. This can be a smart investment if you're making a small down payment or financing for a long term, as it protects you from negative equity. However, you don't have to buy gap insurance from the dealership. Many insurance companies offer it at a lower price, so it's worth exploring your options before committing. Keep in mind that you don't have to decide on every add-on at the dealership. In many cases, you can decline these products at the time of purchase and explore other options later. For example, if you change your mind about an extended warranty, you can purchase one within a few months of buying the car. This gives you more time to compare prices and coverage without the pressure of a high-stakes sales environment. But before you celebrate, there's still one last crucial step: making sure you read and understand the contract in full. In the next section, we'll go over what to watch out for when finalizing the deal so you can leave the dealership with complete peace of mind. Finalizing the deal. You've done the hard work, negotiated the car price, secured great financing, and declined unnecessary dealer add-ons. Now it's time to finalize the deal, but don't let your guard down just yet. This final step is critical. Dealerships often rely on the excitement of closing the sale to slip in last-minute surprises. If you're not paying close attention, you could end up signing a contract with hidden fees or unfavorable terms. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. The most important thing you can do is carefully read the entire contract before signing. Yes, it can be long and full of legal jargon, but every line matters. You're agreeing to a legally binding document, and once you sign, there's often no going back. In many locations, including some US states and provinces like Ontario, there is no cooling off period for car purchases. This means that once the contract is signed, the deal is final, and you won't be able to cancel it if you change your mind. Start by reviewing the purchase price to ensure it matches the agreed upon out-the-door price. Double check that all discounts, rebates, and negotiated terms are correctly listed. If anything seems off, pause the process and ask for clarification. Salespeople might claim, "Oh, that's just standard procedure," but don't accept vague explanations. Ask direct questions and request corrections if necessary. Remember, no detail is too small when you're dealing with such a significant financial commitment. Next, pay attention to the fees listed on the contract. You've likely already negotiated away unnecessary add-ons, but it's not uncommon for some fees to mysteriously reappear on the final paperwork. These might include a documentation fee, additional protection plans, or service packages. Politely but firmly point out any discrepancies and ask for them to be removed. If a dealership refuses to honor your negotiated terms, be ready to walk away. They will likely reconsider rather than lose the sale entirely. Another key point to review is the financing agreement if you're not paying in cash. Look at the interest rate, loan term, and monthly payment amount. Make sure the numbers align with what you agreed to earlier. Pay special attention to any fees related to financing, such as loan origination fees or early payment penalties. Some dealerships sneak these in, hoping you won't notice. If you're unsure about any terms, don't hesitate to take the contract home for further review. A reputable dealership will give you the time you need to feel confident about your decision. So there you have it, everything you need to know to negotiate the best deal on your next car in 2025. By following these steps, you'll save time, money, and stress while walking away with confidence that you got a fair deal. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever had a surprising experience with a dealership? What tactics have you seen during negotiations? Drop your stories and tips in the comments below. We'd love to hear them.